Hey everyone, it's TJ again. I'm back to do part two of, I always forget where to look, so bear with me on that. On all this stuff, it's kind of new. Well, I used to do videos, but I had a different camera set up, different camera. I had that kind of figured out, but then life happened and I quit making videos, and so anyway, here we are again. So I just wanted to come back. I'm reading notes as I did last time, trying to stay on task, trying to stay focused so I don't drag this out too long, because I can do that. Anyway, the last time this is about squirrel. I get distracted easily, if you haven't been able to tell yet. This is kind of a part two on my health and fitness adventure for 2023. I've had many of them. Well, actually, I've done more weight loss things in the past. This, I don't know if it's because I'm older or what. Now my main objective is health and let's see, energy, strength. I see as I get older, as I'm getting older, I've lost strength, and not just overall body strength, but like in my hands and stuff. So if you're an older lady, a lady of a certain age, sounds cute that way, doesn't it? You probably know what I'm talking about. If maybe not, I mean, I have kind of let myself go over the last few years because I've let life situations get the best of me, and I'm trying to turn that Titanic around. And as with a big old ship liner, ocean liner or whatever, you can't just do a quickie U-turn like you would do on the street with a little Volkswagen or something. It's going to take time. I've come to terms with that, so I'm trying to be patient with myself and all that good stuff. So last video I did say I hadn't lost any weight yet, and I forget at what point I was. Probably a couple of weeks into the challenge. But I wasn't discouraged. I mean, oddly enough, I wasn't discouraged by that. So, because like I say, I felt better. I had more energy. I mean, just the third day, I had more energy and I was feeling better. And that is the most important now. And to me, yes, I would like to lose weight. It would be so beneficial in so many ways. And for me, I mean, everything I'm talking about is directed at me. I'm just sharing my experiences, or my experience with this rebuild challenge. And I know it's the beginning of the year, and a lot of other people are kind of in the same boat as I, wanting to improve yourself in whatever way, be it health or fitness, weight loss, just overall life improvements. So anyway, let me stay on task. I wanted to talk about the free day. I do believe I mentioned last time that you follow the I'll call it prescribed eating plan for 6 days, and then on the 7th day you get a free day and you get a rest day from exercise. I Now, I'm not following that personally, and I realize that my mileage may vary, and that could be why I'm not losing weight like I may ought to be, or should be, or could be. I get that because I am not following the prescribed, I don't know how else to put it, I'm not following the plan as it is laid out. I'll put it that way. Only in the fact that for the free day, because I tend to, I'm a self-diagnosed or self-described food addict, and I'm concerned with the free day that if full disclosure, y'all, I'm concerned that if I do a full free day of just wild and woolly eating, like I can do, no problem, that I may not get back on to the plan come Monday or whatever, the day after the free day is for me. So what I have decided to do, and because I do have food issues, not proud to admit it, it's just the truth. I have food issues, and oh, excuse me. I have decided, and this is for me, that I am going to not take advantage of the free day food wise. I do take the rest day exercise wise, but I've decided to kind of go with the flow, listen to my body. I think I've mentioned that the nighttime is not the right time for this girl here. That's when I want to really, that's when I'm weakest as far as temptation and whatnot goes. So I've decided to kind of, and because I would like this way of eating, this healthy way of life, I would like for it to be a lifelong thing for me. I would, so I'm trying to make it work for me and my life and my own personal, what is that word? My own, I can't think of the word. Senior moment, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm doing is, if I am tempted to the point where it's just making me crazy, I don't know if anyone can relate to that. Like, I was discussing with this with my daughter the other day, and there's just sometimes that I get in my mind, like, I want, let's say, a piece of chocolate or something, something sweet. I can try to, I can do everything I can think of. I can get up and take a walk. I can do things to try to distract myself, but it just, if it won't go away, then I give into it. Just so I'm not obsessing. I know that sounds crazy. If you don't have those kind of issues, be thankful, but it is how I'm dealing with it. And like I say, it's, I don't know how things would be going for me if I were following to the letter the plan as it's laid out, but I'm just saying what I'm doing. I'm not saying it's what anyone else should do. I'm just kind of sharing my experience, and it is not authorized. It is, well, I mean, I say that kind of lightheartedly. It's not, it's not how I should be doing it. But like I say, I want it to be a lifelong thing, because it doesn't cut out any I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to my notes, shall we? um, that's how I'm handling the free day. And I am happy to report that since my last video, I have lost a couple of pounds, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it's the scale is moving in the direction that I would like it to, albeit slowly, but that's okay because, again, my main objective here is health and wellness and fitness, because I don't like feeling sluggish and all that stuff that comes along with um, just letting myself go. So, uh, who am I and how did I get here? Like I mentioned, the last decade, I have not dealt well with my husband's stroke. It was a new normal. I didn't deal with it well, and so I struggled with depression and just not doing what I should be doing. Because I quit my job and to stay home and take care of him, I no longer had a schedule or a familiar routine. So that all was just kind of like a perfect storm to bring me to where I am today. And I thankfully have slowly come out of that, but the eating and exercise part still needs attention, and I am working on that. In addition to the prescribed exercise routine, I also, because I have a puppy dog and she wants to walk, she likes to walk, she needs to walk. I do get out and walk at least 5 days a week. Now, some days the weather just, it just is not cooperative. I cannot take really hot, humid weather. Physically, it makes me ill. Anyway, so, today the temperature was in the 40s with the feels like temperatures of 32 and 33 when we went walking. I love it. I love it. I thrive on that. But where we live, alas, we don't have a whole lot of days like that. So I'm taking advantage of it now. Let's see how I handle my free day. So I guess I probably said this. I just plan on staying on plan food-wise, with little, we'll call them treats, not cheats, here and there when they are just driving me crazy. I just go ahead and give in to that. I try not, I was going to say I don't overdo it, but let's be honest, TJ, I try not to overdo it. And then once I've given in to that and satisfied that craving, I just pick back up and move on with the prescribed eating plan of the challenge. I don't have the books, the Eating for Life, Body for Life. I believe I mentioned that in my first video. And then, let's see. Again, my objectives are health, energy, good health, excellent health, strength, stamina, and I went into this challenge gung-ho, as we do, saying I would like to lose 25 pounds in this 12 weeks of the challenge. That ain't happening, but I still feel good. I still feel so much better, and that counts for so much to me. I just, anyway, whew. Let's see. Oh, another reason I didn't want to do the free day as he lays out is because um, the hangover, the food hangover. If I never realized how badly food made me feel, or bad foods, simple carbs and sweets and things like that. I never realized how bad it made me feel until I started years ago doing low carb eating. Wow. What an eye opener. I mean, when you do without sugars and simple carbs, and then you go back to sugars and simple carbs, oh, I feel awful after that. So, um, rather than doing a whole day of wild and woolly eating, and for me, that would be a lot of sweets, unfortunately, because that's my soft spot for things like that. I just, I would rather have a little bit of a food yuckiness afterwards rather than a whole day binge, which I would. I know like I say, I know myself, and I'm trying to customize this with the future in mind to fit me. And so I'm kind of using this Body for Life and Eating for Life challenge as a, what do you call it, a springboard, or I don't know what the word is, but kind of a jumping off place to improve my eating and health and exercise, because I am so undisciplined. I ain't proud. Again, I ain't proud. I'm so undisciplined when it comes to food and exercise. And I'm finding that with this challenge, it is helping me so much to be better at that. So, I'll kind of wind this up because I know you want me to. Am I sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher at this point? I have my contacts in, but I do still use readers. Don't you love it when your eyelashes hit your glasses? Back to the point of my thinking on this. I was reading this morning. I know this is backwards. I'm so sorry. I've had this book for a while. It's called Younger Next Year for Women. And I've had it for a long time. I don't even know how long now. But the first book I got, I didn't even realize that these authors, Chris Crowley and Henry S. Lodge, MD, I didn't even realize they had this Younger Next Year for Women book, because the first book I found was Younger Next Year by the same authors, of course. It's a guide to living like 50 until you're 80 and beyond. Turn back your biological clock. Woo-woo. Okay. That's the first book I found. I'll do this, even though it's backwards. I apologize. I found both of these at a thrift store. I don't know which thrift store. I can't remember now. I find most of my books at thrift stores. That's just what I do. When I go in a thrift store, the first place I head is to the books usually. Anyway, I was reading. I'm bad about not reading from cover to cover any book. Other than the Bible, I do, but I still kind of hop skip around occasionally. But I have a goal to actually read this book, not just pick and choose what I want to read out of it. and the other book as well. They're both kind of the same, I'm sure, but like I say, I haven't read them front to back, and that's my goal. So in the mornings, I'm reading a page or two, and this yesterday, I believe it was, I ran across, and this, what I'm getting at is this has nothing to do with the Body for Life or Eating for Life or Bill Phillips, obviously, but I was reading it and I ran across this couple of parts that kind of made me feel better about how I'm approaching this challenge in the eating department. And I'm going to read, if you don't want to hear this, just fast forward or whatnot. A couple of these things made me feel better about my approach, we'll call it. It says, this is the doctor. Basically, the doctor was telling this Chris Crowley dude that he could turn back the clock, basically, and live a long, healthy life. And that there were 3 things the doctor said that he would need to do to achieve that, to live long, healthy, and strong, basically. And the 3 things are exercise, nutrition, and commitment. And he goes on to say the biggest one and the biggest change for most people is exercise. And that just fits with this. This fits with the Bill Phillips challenge: exercise, nutrition, and commitment. I mean, that really could be said for any healthy endeavor. And so, but it goes on to say, okay, if you could get back to 170 someday, talking about this gentleman's weight, that would be great, but don't stew about it. It's much more important to exercise regardless of what you weigh, and then learn to eat rationally from here on out. Quit eating the things that you know are rotten for you, like fast food and lots of fats and simple carbs, and eat less of everything. He says dieting is dumb and doesn't work, but that his weight would drift down over time if he exercises the way he should and quit eating junk. And so that made me feel better, because I am sticking with the exercise, and I am eating healthier. I am drinking the water and so on. I'm sticking to the plan for the most part. And so, and my weight is slowly drifting down, but it is drifting down. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I've been rambling, as I do. And I do thank you for sticking with me if you have. And I don't know if I will make more videos about this or not, if I run across more challenges with the challenge, or if I start doing that. I mean, I might do some updates, but I don't want to bore you with it. I probably will do some updates because I am excited about it, and I want to share my excitement for exciting things in my life. That's why I'm here. So anyway, thank you y'all, for watching and being here and putting up with my rambliness, and I will see you next time.